mission done.
3, 2, it's like I want him to feel like he's in a storm. Like I want him to be in a storm. Could we make a storm? Is that crazy? The idea came to me for this film when I was teaching at the National Circus School. I'm a circus artist and also a filmmaker. And I was teaching at the school and I was thinking, man, kids have so much to deal with these days. Just trying to get good at whatever they're doing, trying to figure out who they are as people, financial pressures, maybe they're still living at home and have stuff going on with their parents. It was just a lot going on, like this storm swirling around them. And somehow they have to find the drive and the motivation to keep working on their art, and hopefully that art can create a safe haven for them. Steph and I dove into planning, inspiration, shot lists, to-do lists, mood boards, storyboards, reel boards. We went to Echo Center to get reused scenography pieces. We found possible apartments, but we couldn't just ruin someone's apartment. We were going to have to build a living room, which meant that we needed a studio, and a studio that could handle our vision. The search was on. I ended up emailing 20 locations, but I needed electricity, I needed water, I needed a drain, and I needed a grid, and nowhere had what we needed. Until finally, we found the unknown studio.
This is the part they don't tell you about filmmaking. $291 worth of snacks.
Yikes!
That's not including actual food for the crew or any of the other expenses.
It's coming together. It's been a ride. I've been working on this since May, so really stoked and really thankful to the Calc for helping us out and to all the artists that agreed to come on this ride together. Obviously, we couldn't rent an Airbnb and just ruin it, and so we knew we had to build a living room. We had one day in the unknown studio to build the entire set, paint it, decorate it, and even pre-light it to get us all ready to rock and roll the next day. Nick and Alain, our two carpenters, built this entire space based on reused panels that I had found. They also had to build a rain basin to catch all of the water that we were gonna dump into it. Laura, our art department, brought a whole bunch of different options for us to use in terms of recycled plants and couches and decorations, stuff that we knew was gonna get trashed anyways, so we tried to reuse as much as possible.
Okay. 3 walls. And that's gonna be, that couch is gonna be closer to the wall?
So in my initial conversations with Kez, he had said he had worked on some projects where the wind was underwhelming. So I reached out to Hugo Noel, circus artist and builder of this giant fan, and hoped it wouldn't disappoint.
I need a green.
By the end of the prep day, we had a living room. It had walls, paint, flooring, furniture, lighting, water drainage, and a plan. But we still didn't really know what was going to happen when we turned everything on. And we had one day in the studio to find out if our plan would work. So to start the day, we had a quick safety meeting. Alexi from Surf Spot Moderne, our lead gaffer, explained how we had a GFI set up. So if any water hits the electrical current, it immediately shuts off the current to make sure no one can get electrocuted.
That's why you don't mess with electricity.
Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Let's go for a take.
All right. Let's head for a safe.
Basically, the first half of the day was going to be wind, Second half of the day was gonna be wind plus rain.
This is last looks and then we're rolling.
This fan was super loud. It is literally an airplane propeller. Once the fan started rocking, it was really hard to communicate anything else on set. I love this next clip because look what a team effort this is. I'm throwing a book, Nick is shaking the bookcase, Bia is shaking a lamp in the corner, Kes is shaking the camera while he's operating. Our choreographer, Edgar, is shaking a painting. We swing around, Steph is calling action, and Alain is running the leaf blower, and he loves it. In this one, you can see that we've removed the couch so that Kes has a little more room to work, and what looked like too much trash in the wide shot didn't look like enough in the close-up.
We need stuff passing the frame, so I think we can be a lot heavier on it this time.
So we switched it up. Laura went a lot heavier on the trash. She's dumping that stuff on Jacob while he's getting blasted with wind, and we got the shot.
Yes, go Jacob, yes! Nice.
All right, check out this heads-up play from Antoine, our key machino. He's blocking the Steadicam from getting hit with the wind, which honestly, I don't know if Kes needed because he's kind of a wizard with that thing, but I thought it was a nice clip that reflected just how helpful and proactive everyone on this team was throughout the whole day. I'm including this one because it's one of my favorite shots. The dolly is in sync. Jacob is doing a flip from having his back against the wall, the wind, the trash, the lights are flickering, and it all just comes together in this amazing slow-mo shot. And we also had to VFX replace the ceiling. So just everyone was working on this shot. So the first half of the day went well. We broke for lunch, and then it was on to the rain scene. This is where we didn't know what was gonna happen. We were hoping the rain was gonna look good, but we really didn't know.
Oh, and this clip here is a transition. It's not the rain scene, but I thought it was cool to show. Let's get into the rain scene.
In 3, 2, 1, action!
In the rain scene, we blasted through this thing, and I gotta say, Jacob was such a trooper because not only was he completely drenched, but we were hitting him with this jet engine fan the entire time. Oh my God, this poor kid. That said, I did get a heat lamp for him, and I had my bathrobe for him to wear, so we did our best to keep him dry in between takes, and not once did he complain the entire day, and he was soaking wet. So kudos to Jacob to doing all these acrobatics in like the most intense conditions I've ever seen. Also kudos to Yasmin, our first AC, for keeping the camera safe this whole time. Also nailing the focus in a lot of situations where we only had 1 or 2 takes because it was pretty sketchy what we were asking Jacob to do. Acrobatics in the wind and rain and debris.
Like there's no rain here now.
Yeah.
Kes was also keeping an eye on the wind and rain and levels of debris so they would all cut cohesively together, while he was also getting blasted with the wind and rain and debris.
You worried about the Ari? No, all good. Just thinking the amount of soggy, wet trash accumulating.
So he did a great job leading the team in that department. 2 more clips I want to talk about here. Basically, the idea is at the end, the wind and the storm had pushed all the furniture into a pile. And so we needed to justify the force of that wind by showing that it was moving heavy things like furniture. So we've got this cool shot here where he's just sliding backwards and I'm actually pushing him from just off camera. And then we've got this other shot where the TV and the chair is flying. And look at Nick in the background. He launches this chair. But I think the slow-mo 1 or 2 second clip we got out of it is so cool. For the last part of the day, Jordan Lavery came in with VFX. He had Jacob do the final moment with rain, without rain, a clean plate, and then took pictures of the entire set from multiple angles so he could reconstruct and repaint whatever he needed and have it match perfectly.
the images that Cass got for us on the day.
The next day we came back, we dismantled the entire set that we built, gave the walls to another film that was gonna shoot soon, so that was really cool because we got to reuse the walls again.
One more day of shooting with this great team and then on to post-production. Will made some great custom music, Simone gave us a banging color grade, and a special kudos to Edward, who had to redesign everything you hear in the rain room from scratch because we couldn't take any audio because of that giant fan. He did a great job with the Foley and the final master mix. And that's it for Grace and the Static. If you like this sort of thing or have any questions, feel free to drop a comment, subscribe. I love making circus films and documentaries and teaching whatever I learn here on this channel. See you down the road.